Bad Boys Ride or Die. Yep, this movie is pretty shocking actually, and I say that just because I don't know, guys. I did review the Bad Boys movies, and if you notice, my reviews didn't really have a lot to say, and that's genuinely because these movies don't really give you a lot to work with. They're not movies that are really fun to review because they're just kind of fun action movies, and that's really all there is to them. There's more that goes into actually making them that I probably gave credit for, but in terms of just talking about them compared to just watching them, there's less to say, you know. But this one actually gave me a lot to say, and I think it's because now that we are two for two in terms of directors, and what I mean by that is we have the first two movies directed by Michael Bay, and now we have the Bad Boys for Life and Bad Boys Ride or Die, and those two directors, and they're kind of bad boys. So we have two for two. So you can kind of now visualize the difference in approaches these directors are going for with these Bad Boys movies. I think they've really done a great job, and I can't wait to talk about that. So it shocked me in that way. It actually gave me something interesting to say about it, and now it's really showing how this franchise has evolved, and now actually is something better than what it originally started out as. The thing is, Michael's Bay first two movies are just dumb action movies. They got nothing to say. They're overly indulgent, in some ways bad, but also fun and a great time and really enjoyable to watch. That's why people like them. But the third one had a lot of that as well, but started to kind of evolve things, and this movie takes it to the next level. This movie gives Marcus and Mike new storylines and that make them feel like real characters. They actually have journeys and growing to do throughout this movie. They have a character arc, and now you're invested in the story because of that. And where the other movies, I don't really talk about the story because there's nothing there. There's nothing to talk about there. This movie is good for what it's going for, which is giving you that fun action boost that of those movies, giving you that great chemistry between Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, but also giving you something to actually latch onto this time, and characters and emotions, and they're clearly going through a Fast and Furious approach where it is so goofy and ridiculous. There's so many sequences that I'm saying like, fuck no, this wouldn't happen in real life. But then I kind of just like kept going with the movie, vibing with it, you know. And so I don't know, if you don't like Fast and Furious, don't get involved with this franchise really, because that's what this franchise is evolving into. It's but I think it's also better than Fast and Furious is at this point. And this could be actually the new Fast and Furious if they keep going on this level of quality with these movies, and advancing the side characters and the main characters in the way that they're doing. I could see this being the next Fast and Furious as Fast and Furious kind of gets weaned out. I mean, we've had so many. We have 11 Fast and Furious movies, counting Hobbs and Shaw, and we got a 12th one on the way. You know, I think people don't really care about that franchise anymore the way that, you know, it used to be. So we'll see how it goes. I had a great time with this movie. I think the audience watching it had a great job. I had a great job, but was vibing with it as well. And I think they gave us a lot with this movie, a lot to think about in some ways of where this franchise could go next. So if you're a fan of this franchise, I think there's a lot here, and I'm very shocked by that. I mean, yeah, it's still all the same shit you like, but there's more now, and not in like a dumb sequel way where there's more, but where it's more of things that you don't expect, and it changes things around the way good sequels should be. So, yeah, I think there's a lot here, and I'm really happy with this new entry, and it might be one of the most fun times I've had at the movies all year.